34 Beautiful Phenomenon on Earth. Who doesn't like the serenity of the Earth? Who doesn't get awestruck looking at the vastness of sheer godliness that it disseminates? And who doesn't believe that if there's magic anywhere in the world, it's right here? Here are some natural phenomena that occur on Earth, which will leave you stunned. Horizontal arcs, or fire rainbows. These beautiful natural phenomena are popularly known as fire rainbows. However, they actually have nothing to do with fire or rain. Horizontal arcs occur when sunlight hits ice crystals in cirrus clouds that are very high in the sky. They are most commonly found in the summer months. Seven Sisters Waterfall. The Geirangerfjord is one of Norway's mightiest fjords, located close to the villages of Geiranger and Hellesylt in Norway and the home of the stunning Seven Sisters Waterfall. The waterfall consists of 7 different streams, the eponymous sisters, that fall placidly from heights as high as 800 feet. The falls are strongest between May and July, when the weather warms and winter snow begins to rapidly melt. In keeping with the legend, this may be because it's at this time that the 7 sisters come out to meet the suitor, a single waterfall opposite them across the fjord, in the hopes of getting married. After viewing these falls, you'll understand why Norway isn't only associated with the rough and rugged Vikings, but with grace in romance. Nacreous Clouds. Nacreous Clouds, which are also known as polar stratospheric clouds, are usually spotted in the polar regions, high up in the atmosphere, where the air is cold and dry. The setting sun lies lower than the clouds, creating a colorful iridescent shine as they reflect sunbeams back. These clouds are also known as mother-of-pearl clouds and are only seen at the twilight hours of dawn and dusk. But, despite their beauty, they actually harm the ozone layer. Hair ice. Wonder why everything other thing is happening because of bacteria? Well, here's one more for you. This form of ice is called haris or hair ice. This basically happens because of the bacteria Pseudomonas syringae. It results in the increased freezing temperature of the water inside the plants, and then when it escapes, it results in this. Arches National Park. Located in eastern Utah, the large sandstone arches that cover this park are well known. Image of western U.S. Throughout the park there are over 2,000 arches of varying sizes that are the last standing reminder of complex geological transformations that took place in the area over the course of millions of years. The park is a great place to go for a hike as well as to experience the rich Native American past of the region. Try to observe the park at dusk when the red of the setting sun mixes with the red of the sandstones, causing the whole park to illuminate with a flame-like red glow. Polar lights. The mesmerizing polar lights are perhaps better known as the auroras, the aurora borealis, northern lights, and the aurora australis, southern lights. Occurring high in the atmosphere, this incredible light show occurs when electrically charged particles released from the sun enter the Earth's atmosphere and collide with gases in the air. The resulting bursts of light are a true wonder. The Great Blue Hole. This hole, called the Great Blue Hole, formed after a series of glacial and interglacial periods that started over 2.5 million years ago and is still happening. During these periods, ice sheets appear, expanding and contracting. This area is part of the Belize Barrier Reef Reserve System, which is a World Heritage Site of the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. In short, this very blue, very round hole is almost too gorgeous. Lenticular clouds. Lenticular clouds are stationary lens-shaped clouds that form at high altitudes, especially over mountains and even buildings. The wind flow is obstructed by these tall structures, condensing to form the unique clouds that are often confused for UFOs. They occur most commonly in the winter and the spring. Lake Hillier. There is a lake in Australia called Lake Hillier, and it's pink. How come? There is an organism called Dinalila salina living in this water, and according to Wikipedia, this microalgae produces yellow, red, and orange pigments that are produced by plants, algae, bacteria, and fungi. It is easiest to see this pink water from the air, so imagine flying over the Australian landscape and then seeing this bright and bubbly pink landmark. Floating in Dead Sea. If you don't know how to swim and still want to enjoy the joy of being in the water, and this is the place for you. The salt concentration of the Dead Sea fluctuates around 31.5%. This is unusually high and results in a nominal density of 1.24 kilograms per liter. Anyone can easily float in the Dead Sea because of natural buoyancy. Giant's Causeway. The Giant's Causeway is an area of about 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, the result of an ancient volcanic fissure eruption. It is located in County Antrim on the north coast of Northern Ireland, about 3 miles, 5 kilometers, northeast of the town of Bushmills. Light pillars. This luminous optical phenomenon can be seen in many cold countries, such as Russia, Canada, and Finland. Vertical band or tall pillars of light appear to shoot into the sky. This is formed when there's a reflection of light from the sun and the moon form various small ice crystals suspended in the air. The Spotted Lake. This lake contains saline ondoric alkali lake on the eastern side of Similkameen Valley. As the water evaporates from this lake, it leaves behind these airy holes. Each circle is of different color due to the variety of minerals found in it. Zhangjiakou Landform Geological Park. What looks like a painting or a magnificent piece of art is an actual place in China. The colorful and majestic view is the result of years and years of sediments of mineral deposits and red sandstone. The beauty present is also a collaborative effect of rain and wind that formed valleys, waterfalls, towers, and ravines. Nacreous Clouds. These mysterious-looking clouds, which are also known as Moeraki Clouds, are a rare formation. Cool air, when surrounded by warmer air, sinks creating unique hanging pouches underneath clouds. They are often associated with severe thunderstorms, though meteorologists still don't exactly know how they are formed. Kjeragbolton Boulder. Caught in between a rock and a hard place is the Kjeragbolton Boulder. The natural phenomenon got stuck during the alternating melting of Norwegian glaciers and the flooding of the valleys. It's become a popular hike for thrill seekers. Kjeragbolton Boulder will take you more than 1,000 meters high. Cenotes. All over the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico you can find beautiful natural sinkholes that create underground swimming pools with pristine blue water surrounded by lush vegetation. These sinkholes are known as cenotes, derived from the Mayan word for sacred well. When the porous limestone bedrock that most of the Yucatan area is covered in collapses, groundwater is exposed and cenotes are formed. On a beautiful day in Mexico, lounging in these freshwater pools is a perfect way to relax and get in tune with nature. One of the most popular of the cenotes is a kill, which is an easy excursion on a visit to Shikin. It's a Sundog, or Moksun. A Sundog, also known as a Moksun, is a natural phenomenon. It is formed when a concentrated bright spot is seen on one or both sides of the sun. They occur due to the refraction of sunlight through icy clouds. The sundogs form at 22 degrees from the sun and are more frequent than many of these other natural phenomena. Tsingy de Bemarawa National Park. Tsingy is a Malagasy word that roughly translates to where one cannot walk barefoot or walk on tiptoes. That all makes a lot of sense once you see the forest of giant limestone spikes. One misstep on the needle-like formations could see you in serious pain. Luckily the national park has a bridge you can walk across. The reserve stretches more than 150,000 hectares and some of the rock pinnacles can reach almost 800 meters high. Fallstreak Hole. A large elliptical gap in the sky that forms when the temperature of the clouds is below freezing point, but the water hasn't frozen because of ice nucleation. These ice crystals create a domino effect, making them heavier and leaving a hole in the cloud. Rainbow Eucalyptus. Hailing from the Philippines and Indonesia, the rainbow eucalyptus, also known as the rainbow gum, is probably the most colorful tree on Earth. Its striped look is caused by bark turning colors and peeling away as it ages. The youngest bark is bright green because it contains chlorophyll, usually found in leaves, then turns first purple then red then brown as it gets older, loses chlorophyll, and picks up tannins, also found in wine. In an ironic twist, huge amounts of rainbow eucalyptus wood pulp is turned into white paper every year. Starling Murmurations. Starlings may be tiny birds, but each year over 50,000 of them come together in midwinter in a murmuration. Often termed the Black Sun, huge flocks of starlings create this incredible dance of complex choreography and coordination. They form amazing shapes in the sky that can be seen in Europe, especially in the UK. Moeraki Boulders. The bowling balls of giants, giant gobstoppers and aliens' brains are just a few of the comparisons made to the Moeraki Boulders. Maori legend says the multi-ton heavy boulders are the remains of a shipwrecked canoe called the Attribution. Science has a slightly different explanation for the natural phenomena. They are calcite concretions, formed over 65 million years ago. You will count over 50 boulders along Kaku Beach, ranging from 0.5 to 2.2 meters. Halos. Like fire rainbows, halos require just the right formation of ice crystals in clouds high above the surface of the Earth to bend light from the sun into a perfect ring. The same phenomenon can also happen with moonlight, although moon halos are usually white and sun halos can be rainbow-colored, like this one. Kelimutu Lakes. These beautiful lakes at the top of Mount Flores are indubitably a pleasing and startling sight for everyone, which, therefore, remains most visited of all. These lakes are said to change colors. Also known as Kelimutu Lakes, it remained red, blue and white until 2006, but changed. The red lake is black-brown, the blue lake becomes light green and the white lake is black. Blood Falls. In Antarctica, there is a red waterfall. This phenomenon is called Blood Falls, and it is created by iron oxide in salt water. An Australian geologist named Griffith Taylor first discovered this waterfall in the year 1911, and since then it has flowed into ice-covered West Lake Bonny. The water was first thought to be red because of algae, but now we know that it is iron oxide. Pamukkale. Pamukkale in the Denizli province of southwestern Turkey has been attracting tourists to its natural hot mineral baths for thousands of years. Even the Romans couldn't resist the inspiring beauty of this area. Pamukkale, or Cotton Castle in Turkish, was named for the travertines that line the mountainside. From a distance they appear to be coated in ice, but what you are actually seeing are naturally occurring pools filled with warm water and covered in a thick layer of carbonate minerals. The warm spring waters are great for a swim, and in nearby Hierapolis you can explore the ruins of the spa city the Romans built in the 2nd century BC. Darvaza Gas Crater. It is easy to see why this crater is known as the door to hell, or the gates of hell. A collapsed natural gas field in Turkmenistan is responsible for this phenomenon. Geologists of 1971 may have purposely set this fire so that methane gas might not spread to prevent it from spreading. Salar de Uyuni. This salt flood in southwestern Bolivia is not only the largest in the world, covering more than 4 square miles, but it's also a breeding ground in November for 3 different species of flamingo, which stand out starkly against the vast wideness of the prehistoric dried-out lake. However, when it rains on the Salar de Uyuni, the truly amazing happens. The ground becomes a gigantic mirror. Because the land is so flat, after it rains the now reflective ground and the sky create the illusion of endless heavens. This beauty, during the rainy seasons, turns itself into a natural mirror. People call it the mirror of the heaven. Eternal Flame Falls. The Eternal Flame Falls is a small waterfall located in the Shale Creek Preserve, a section of Chestnut Ridge Park in western New York. A small grotto at the waterfall's base emits natural gas, which can be lit to produce a small flame. This flame is visible nearly year-round, although it can be extinguished and must occasionally be relit. Cricket Forest. As some say, it is because of the extreme clear gravitational pull. However, there are numerous other theories to totally define the reason. This forest consists of 400 pine trees, which were planted in the year 1930. Jellyfish Lake. Don't let the name stop you from visiting and swimming in this unreal marine lake located on the quiet, uninhabited island of Isle Mok in Palau. The jellyfish in the lake, of the golden and moon varieties, are totally unlike their dangerous oceanic cousins in that they don't sting at all. A lack of predators and thousands of years of evolution have effectively made these jellyfish stingless. You can snorkel with them and even touch them if you can take their gelatinous texture as they gently migrate back and forth across the lake throughout the day. Photos can easily get you to this human and jellyfish haven and help you view them in a whole new light. Lightning Storm. Lightning storms are a beautiful, but also quite scary, atmospheric phenomenon. The bright bolts are triggered when the electrical activity is particularly abundant during a storm. The longest and most intense lightning storm recorded lasted for hours on end and occurred in Los Angeles, July 9, 1999. The highest rate of lightning storms was recorded in Venezuela, close to the Maracaibo Lake with 232 lightnings per year and square kilometer. Lake Baikal. Bearing the crown of largest freshwater lake on the entire planet, Lake Baikal contains 20% of the Earth's fresh water. It has over 2,000 varieties of flora and fauna, of which almost 1,600 are endemic to the lake. The diverse beauty of the planet is heart-stopping. And seeing it in all its glory is one of the prime reasons we travel. But, as we know, the Earth is under threat, climate change, diminishing it bit by bit. In a deceptive twist, it is as the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere and the fragility of the planet increase that some of the most extraordinary marvels evolve, with melting glaciers and warming temperatures producing unexpected fireworks of color and form. But these should be taken as nature's warning signs. It has never been more important to nourish and protect our surroundings.